and glad you decided to take a moment to pause along life's way tonight. Tonight I'm going to talk to you about preparing for life and death. Let's go to Philippians 1:21. For me to live is Christ, and to die is gain. The Great Spirit furnishes you with and gives you freely many gifts and talents. What you do with them is entirely up to you. To me, the single greatest gift He gives you is the gift of life. How will you use that gift? Let me explain the little terminology I'm going to use before we get started. Many Native American tribes, when referring to Jesus, God's Son, they call Him Big Brother. And in this little devotional, that's what I'll do. Will you allow Big Brother to reign over your heart? And will you treat each day as a precious treasure from Him? You should, and hopefully you will. With all I have faced over the past year, I now treasure each day more than ever. The doctors in Carrollton, Georgia, where I was flown by helicopter when I had my heart attack, told me a few days later, while I was in recovery, that I had died. One doctor told me, there was a time I didn't know if we were going to be able to bring you back or not. To compare my experience to the 23rd Psalm is something I would like to do now. I have walked through the valley of the shadow of death. For some reason I feared no evil, because I saw the Lord extend His hand, and He did walk beside me. He also walked beside me as He and the helicopter crew pushed me out of the emergency room in Wee Dowey that morning and loaded me in the helicopter. I had an out-of-body experience, or so I was told by another doctor, but I knew that from all the paranormal investigations that I have been a part of. Every day that we live, we should be preparing to die. If we seek to live purposeful, productive lives, we will be ever mindful that our time here on earth is very limited, and we will conduct ourselves accordingly. Life is a glorious opportunity, but it's also shockingly brief and can end at any moment, especially when we least expect it to end. We must serve the Lord each day as if it were our last day, and someday it certainly will be. When we do, we prepare ourselves for the inevitable, the end of life here on earth, and for the victory that is certain to follow. Let me quote real quickly from Billy Graham. Death marks the beginning, not the end. It is our journey to God. May the Great Spirit always walk close to you in your circle of life.